Hello everyone, this is AB Creative. I hope you're all good. Now in today's video we are going to paint some flowers. I've been asked by many of you to explain my mug technique and to show you in detail how I do it. The painting that I did before using this technique, that was the one. So I'm going to make something similar. I've chosen different colors today. So first of all, the canvas is 25 by 20 centimeters. I'm definitely going to use this light blue permanent. This is heavy body acrylics by Liquitex. Now we also have pearl lilac. I've got rose, deep violet by Daler-Rowney, gold, and I'm going to use titanium white. Oh, I would have forgotten. Of course, there's going to be Mars black as my base paint. And perhaps I'm going to mix those colors together to create my own hues as well. I've already mixed my colors. I'll show you the consistency. So the paint is running off the stick and creating a small build-up. This is the metallic paint. In the last section of the video, I'm showing you all my mixing with diagrams and details. So if you want to watch it, it's at the very end. First thing, I am spreading, this is by the way recycled canvas. I am going to spread my black evenly using palette knife. As usual, I'm quite frugal with the paint, so I'm not pouring over, I'm just spreading it nicely. Don't really need a thick background for this technique. I don't have many air bubbles, but I can see a few, so I'm going to just torch them. This is, by the way, chef's torch. Many of you were asking, so just a regular chef's torch from Amazon. There's a link in my description. This is the mug that I was showing you before. So it's got a completely flat background. This is important. If there was a groove, it wouldn't be easy to drag the paint. So flat mug. Now as far as composition goes, well, it's up to you how you position your flowers and which colors you layer first. I think I'm going to go with lighter at the background because my first paint is black. I don't want the dark colors to disappear, so I'm going with maybe white. And I'm thinking, how many do I want? Perhaps 5. Also, when you position your flowers, you have to be careful because you don't want to destroy one dragging the mug, so you position them in such a place that will be easy to maneuver. So maybe a small one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll go for 5 perhaps. I'll try one white here. And I'm going to drag these first, and then I'm going to probably add the last one. Okay, what about some blue now? You can make each flower completely different, and then you see which one looks best. So if you're going to repeat the painting, you can do it again. I'm just trying to layer the sort of lighter color than darker. Try maybe this one, and a bit of gold here. White. Huge announcement, guys! In 2 weeks, on Sunday the 28th, there will be a special video. I'm teaming up with 4 fantastic artists I'm sure you all know: Tammy Anderson, KANELLA CIRACO, GILLY KUBE, and SARA Taylor, and we are bringing you the Great Switcheroo Part 3. Keep an eye out for more info very soon. Don't forget to keep the date free. Sunday the 28th of March. Okay, so what do you do now? You touch it really gently, you press it down, however don't press too much, and sort of gently swipe down. Let's see if I can do it. Just like that. See this? You can press it down to create some skins for later. Now it looks like I kind of messed up this flower. I do like this part, and I'm not sure, should I go over it again or leave it as it is? To be honest, you can later on embellish the flowers. I'll show you in a minute if you're not too happy with them. For example, you can change the shape slightly, but I'm still wondering what to do with this one. maybe, just maybe, I'll add a small section here and drag something smaller because I really like this part. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but you never know till you try. And a bit of this lovely blue. I'll see if I can do it using this. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's lovely. Okay, I think I'm going to do one more here. First, I'm going to torch it. Look at the cells. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so happy with this. Just a small one here, and and I might use the same little cup. So this one really small. I always start small and then it grows bigger and bigger. I do like this sort of hint of gold underneath, and once it's dry, that should look really pretty. So try this one. Yay! That's what I wanted, just a little bit. Okay, let's torch this. See that? Okay, so now you can use the tip of the brush or palette knife just to change your flowers slightly if you want. For example, I might add a bit of black here, just to create some more interesting petals. I'm generally happy with them, so I am going to add some leaves. So for the leaves, I might just drag some of my colors anywhere I want, just like that. My paint is slightly getting dry, so it's not so easy, but anyway, do it. I've got one nice leaf in the middle, and you can continue as much as you want. You could also use your brush and add some lines if you want. You can add some vegetation, just different shapes. A couple of more drops, but this is obviously your choice, you don't have to do it. Yeah, and I think I'm done. Many of you were asking me questions how I finish off my pieces. So, well, to be honest, it often depends on my lovely customer. I sometimes use spray varnish, like for example this one. I use Liquitex High Gloss, or like in this case today, I am going to show you how I prepare resin, and this one was going to have resin finish. You can either pour resin and let it drip on the sides and then smooth it out around, so you have resin both on the surface and then on the edges. But I am going to use painter's tape, and I'm going to tape the edges so they only have a resin dome. I am positioning the tape, I would say a millimeter, half a millimeter below the edge, and then pressing it firmly. I then use my hairdryer to activate the tape. It sticks better if you do it. And then I just press it. So you do the same all around the edges. If you used any silicone in your paint, you should clean the residue thoroughly. So I would either wash it with soapy water or use isopropyl alcohol. But I didn't use any silicone. I've got those cute cells just without any silicone. Time for resin. Now I'm using Mastercast by Elicam, and I'm using 1 part of resin to 1 part of hardener. But if your resin is different, you have to read the instructions carefully. I'm going to use 60 ml because it's not a big painting. Please always wear gloves and respirator while using resin. You have to mix resin really thoroughly. I would spend at least 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes, really scraping the bottom and the edges. Make sure there's nothing left on the edges that's not mixed. Most of the resin companies would have online calculator to help you with accurate measurements, to help you decide how much resin you will need to cover a particular area. One more thing, you have to make sure that your painting is absolutely level. So I checked mine, the surface is perfect. So I am going to position my painting on these little containers, just in case some of the resin drips down. Start with a puddle in the middle, and then I'm spreading just to the place where I taped the edges. And you see it looks white because of the air bubbles. The resin is quite thick, and I am hoping I will only need one layer. It's especially designed for artworks. There's a link to all my products in the description. It would be awesome if you could use them. I get a very small commission at no cost for you, and it's a great way to help my channel and to make more videos for you. Making sure all the edges are nicely covered. Can you see how nicely the resin stays in place, making like a really nice dome? Okay, and now I'll show you some magic. So it's all blurry and white, and I'll use my chef's torch. That's fun, isn't it? How cool was that? And now for the final piece. Wow, you have to admit that resin makes the colors, all the colors, to really pop. It looks so beautiful, especially the metallics. You can see the gold and the shimmering lilac. See all the beautiful little cells and the little tiny golden bits. Organic patterns. Well, I hope you enjoyed the process and you like the final creation. If you did, please don't forget to press like and subscribe to my channel. I'm also looking forward to all your suggestions, and thank you very much to everyone for sending me some suggestions so far. They're really good ideas. Thank you very, very much. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to join me next Sunday, 28th of March, for the big switcheroo. Well, I make my own pouring medium, which is half water, half PVA glue. Another name for PVA glue would be Elmer's glue or wood glue. Then I mix my pouring medium with paint, 2/3 of medium, 1/3 paint. In the end, I add a dash of Floetrol, which constitutes 10 to 20% of the total volume. Now this is the right consistency for most of the pouring techniques that I do. When the stream goes down, as a tiny build-up disappears quickly. I call it the runny honey consistency.